Newcastle United took the world by storm when they finished 4th in the Premier League and qualified for next season's Champions League. Manager Eddie Howe did a fantastic job. Callum Wilson stepped up and scored a bunch of goals. Their defense was solid. Overall, an incredible performance. So today, Newcastle goes on an adventure to impose their dominance across Europe. But to make this video a little bit more fun, engaging, and realistic, I am going to give Newcastle United a lifeline. Sandro Tonali is now going to be playing for Newcastle. He's basically a Newcastle player anyway. He will be leaving AC Milan. He will be joining Newcastle. So Sandro Tonali in this video plays for Newcastle United. There are 18 European First Division leagues in FIFA, and the first order of business for Newcastle is Austria. Can Newcastle United with Sandro Tonali win in Austria? Okay, well, we're already off to a confusing start. Newcastle in the regular season in the Austrian Bundesliga finished 3rd, but in the playoffs, they won the playoffs. They won the championship round. It was a close one, but Newcastle is 1 for 1. They imposed their dominance in Europe. Let's go to league number 2. League number 2, and after winning a trophy in Austria, Newcastle is now traveling to Belgium. Can Newcastle United with Sandro Tonali win a trophy in Belgium? The Belgian Pro League season is over. The regular season was dominated by Newcastle, 25-7-2. They scored 83 goals, and in the playoffs, Newcastle, they won the championship round. They are crowned champions. Newcastle is 2 for 2. Now, I'm going to say out of the 18 First Division leagues, Newcastle, I'm going to say 12. I'm going to say they win 12. I think Sandro Tonali is going to be a big help for them, so I think they can definitely win 12. Let's go to league number 3. The third order of business for Newcastle on the list is Denmark, the Danish Superliga. They're traveling from Belgium to Denmark to keep imposing the European dominance. Can Newcastle win a 3rd trophy, this time in the Danish Superliga? I think they can. I'm pretty sure they will. Let's go and find out. And by looking at the regular season in the Danish Superliga, I was absolutely correct. Newcastle dominated the Danish Superliga. 19-1-2, finished on 58 points. Now, what about the playoffs? Did they win the 3rd trophy? Yes, they did. Newcastle is 3 for 3. Let's go to league number 4. And league number 4 for Newcastle to continue their 100% win streak around Europe as they impose their dominance is England. Now, it's not going to get any easier. There's a lot of big leagues that Newcastle has to play in and win. Chelsea didn't win in England. Can Newcastle win in England with Sandro Tonali? And just like Chelsea in a previous video, Newcastle couldn't win the Prem even with Sandro Tonali. 17-12-9, they finished 7th on 63 points. Their 100% win streak around Europe comes to an end. They're 3 for 4. Let's go to league number 5. And league number 5 for Newcastle is still not going to get easier. They have to take on the likes of PSG and Lille and Lyon in France. Can Newcastle go 4 for 5 and win their 4th European trophy as they travel around Europe trying to dominate in every single country? Let's find out. Oh no, and unfortunately Newcastle couldn't win Ligue 1 either. They could not beat the likes of PSG, Lyon, Marseille as they finished in 4th. Still a very, very good season though. 23-8-7, finished on 77 points. So Newcastle is now 3 for 5, guys. 3 for 5. What are they going to do in league number 6? Can they win more than 12 trophies as they travel around Europe with Sandro Tonali? And league number 6 does not get any easier again for Newcastle as they have to travel from France to Germany to play in the Bundesliga against the likes of Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund and Leipzig. Can Newcastle win a trophy in Germany? Oh, and they couldn't win a trophy in the Bundesliga either, but they had a really, really good season. They keep coming so close. They finished 21-7-6 on 70 points, but they couldn't beat out the likes of Bayern and Borussia Dortmund. So now Newcastle is 3 for 6. What about League 7? Are we going to have any surprises here? How many trophies can Newcastle win as they travel around Europe? League number 7 for Newcastle is Italy. They're traveling from Germany to Italy to face the likes of Juventus, Inter Milan, AC Milan, Napoli. I have a feeling they're going to lose here too. I don't think they're going to win a trophy in Italy. I don't think they're going to win a trophy in Serie A. I think they might go 3 for 7. Let's find out. Oh my god, and we have our first surprise of the season. Newcastle went undefeated in Serie A. 25 wins, 13 draws, finished on 88 points, beat out everybody. I was absolutely wrong. Sandro Tonali returned to Italy with Newcastle and absolutely dominated. Woo, scratch Serie A off the list for Newcastle. They're 4 for 7. That is 7. Let's go to league number 8. Holy mother of potatoes. I did not expect this whatsoever. League number 8 for Newcastle in their travels. It is the Dutch Eredivisie, Netherlands, the likes of Ajax and Feyenoord and PSV. Can Newcastle win a trophy in Netherlands? Their 5th trophy out of 8. Yeah, that's 8. That's 8. And Newcastle United just won their 5th trophy out of 8 European leagues. They beat out PSV. They beat out Ajax. They finished on 85 points, 27, 4, and 3 in the Dutch Eredivisie. 5 for 8. Let's go to league number 9. But before we go to league number 9, I quickly want to ask you guys, if you do enjoy the content and if you do like the videos on my channel, please hit the subscribe button for me if you haven't already, and the little noti bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel, and it would really mean a lot to me if we hit 100,000 subscribers here. So please hit the sub button for me. I would really appreciate it. Let's go to league number 9. And league number 9 in Newcastle's travels is Norway. They're traveling from Netherlands to Norway to try and win their 6th trophy out of 9 leagues. Now, no disrespect to Norway, but I think Newcastle will dominate in Norway. Absolutely. I think they will win their 6th trophy. And just as I predicted, Newcastle absolutely dominated in Norway. They went 23-6-1. They only lost 1 match, finished on 75 points, won their 6th trophy as they travel through Europe to impose their dominance. That is 6 trophies out of 9 for Newcastle. 6 out of 9. Will they win more than 12? Comment down below and predict how many do you think they'll win. Let's go to league number 10. Newcastle has traveled from Norway to Poland to take on their 10th European League and possibly get their 7th trophy. Can Newcastle win in Poland? Oh my goodness, another surprise. Newcastle bottled it in Poland and they didn't win. They finished in 3rd on 65 points. They lost 5 matches. Okay, I did not expect this whatsoever. I didn't expect Newcastle to win in Italy, but I definitely didn't expect Newcastle not to win in Poland. So Newcastle doesn't win their 7th trophy in 10 leagues. They stay at 6, and now we move on to League 11. League 11, and Newcastle is traveling from Poland all the way to Portugal to face the likes of Sporting and Benfica and Porto. I mean, can Newcastle win in Portugal? I don't know. Can they win their 7th title? I said they're going to win 12. They're at 6 right now. They're halfway, and this is league number 11. If they don't win this, they'll be 6 for 11. If they do, they'll be 7 for 11. Let's find out. And just like in Poland, Newcastle flopped in Portugal as well. They finished 5th, even behind Braga, 89-7 on 63 points. There was only a 5-point difference between 5th and 3rd, but still, 5th in Portugal for Newcastle United with Sandro Tonali. That's a disappointing season. That is a very, very disappointing result and disappointing outcome. Newcastle is 6 for 11 in their European domination. Let's go to league number 12. Okay, I'm gonna say it. There is no way Newcastle flops 3 leagues in a row because they're traveling from Portugal to play in the Republic of Ireland. Newcastle wins their 7th trophy in the Republic of Ireland. I'm saying that is a guarantee. Guarantee. Let's go and find out. Put that 7th trophy in the bag for Newcastle as they absolutely dominated in the Republic of Ireland. 27-5-4, 86 points, 20 points above 2nd place Sligo Rovers. League 13, Newcastle is starting to get on a roll. They're out of their slump. Can they continue this streak? Let's go. And for league number 13, Newcastle is traveling from the Republic of Ireland to Romania. Yes, Romania, league number 13. I think Newcastle wins their 8th trophy in Romania. The regular season and the championship round is over in the Romanian Superliga. Newcastle won the regular season. Now, what about the championship round? Were they able to get their 8th trophy as they travel around Europe? Yes, they were. That is 8 trophies for Newcastle. 8. And league number 14 is going to be quite interesting because now they travel to Scotland. Can Newcastle pick up their 9th trophy out of 14 leagues around Europe? And the first stage of the Scottish Premiership was won by Celtic, not Newcastle. Celtic finished 1st with 79 points and Newcastle in 2nd. Now, what about the 2nd stage? Was Newcastle able to pull it off and win another trophy? Let's go and find out. Come on. Newcastle bottled it in Scotland. They finished 3rd in the championship group and ultimately Celtic won. Newcastle. I am disappointed, honestly. I expected more from Newcastle in Scotland. League number 15, and Newcastle is traveling all the way from Scotland down to Spain to face the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Now, I predicted that Newcastle would win 12 out of 18 leagues as they travel around Europe. If Newcastle does not win in Spain, they would not mathematically be able to win 12 trophies. Chelsea in our previous video won 13. Newcastle right now is on 8 out of 14. Can they pick up their 9th trophy in Spain? And Newcastle United will not be getting 12 trophies as they travel around Europe as I predicted, because they finished 4th in La Liga. They still had a very good season though. 21, 10 and 7, 73 points, but miles behind Barcelona and Real Madrid, honestly. Miles behind, even with Sandro Tonali. Let's go to league number 16. Maybe there's some consolation. Can Newcastle win the last remaining 3 leagues they have to travel to in Europe? And league number 16 is going to be pretty realistic for Newcastle to win as they travel from Spain all the way back up to Sweden. Newcastle is 8 for 15 right now. Can they go 9 for 16 around Europe and get their 9th trophy in Sweden? What? You have to be kidding me. There's no way Newcastle did not win in Sweden. They finished 3rd. They couldn't win their 9th trophy. 17, 7 and 6, 58 points. A good season, but like, come on, man. No disrespect to Sweden, but you got Sandro Tonali. How can you... Let's go to league number 17. Now I'm just like, I don't even know if Newcastle can win 10 trophies. They got to win the last 2 remaining leagues to even get into the double digits around Europe. League number 17 on Newcastle's travels around Europe, and it is the Swiss Superliga. Can Newcastle win their 9th trophy here? I don't know anymore. After bottling things in Poland and in Sweden now too, I mean, is there any hope left for Newcastle to get at least into the double digits? And Newcastle managed to bottle the Swiss Super League as well. I cannot believe it. They finished in 2nd, 19, 10 and 7, 67 points. There is a 15-point gap between Newcastle and 1st place Young Boys. So disappointing, guys. Honestly, so disappointing. 17 leagues, only 8 trophies so far for Newcastle. I expected at the very least double digits, and because they lost the Swiss Superliga, they can't even get double digits anymore. Let's go to league number 18 and see if there's a consolation prize for Newcastle as they search for their 9th trophy. League number 18, the last stop on the list in Newcastle's European travels, and it is in Turkey, the Turkish Super League. Fenerbahce, Besiktas, Galatasaray. I mean, I'm not very optimistic. It's because if Newcastle is bottling things in Poland, in Sweden, and in Switzerland, how are they going to win in Turkey? A consolation prize for Newcastle does not exist because they couldn't win in the Turkish Super League either. Galatasaray beat them out. Newcastle finished in 2nd, 24, 7 and 5, 79 points. They had a really good season, but ultimately Galatasaray won the race. Very disappointed in this, honestly. I thought it was a really good start, especially when Newcastle won the Serie A and they went undefeated in the Serie A. But then they went and lost in Poland, in Sweden, in Switzerland, and now to finish it off in Turkey. So Newcastle United, after their travels trying to win every single European league that is in FIFA, came home with 8 trophies out of 18 competitions. Not great, honestly. Chelsea finished with 13. Newcastle with Sandro Tonali finished on 8. Thank you as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video with Newcastle. Let me know down in the comments what other team we can do. What is the next team? Is it Manchester City? Is it Manchester United? Is it Arsenal with Kai Havertz and possibly Declan Rice? Who is next? Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund? Somebody let me know down in the comments and we'll do that next. All right, I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful rest of the day. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, and hit the little noti bell as well. We're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much again. I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.